All righty. Welcome, everybody. We'll call the Newman City Council Redevelopment Agency regular meeting of September 22 to order, please. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. Ready, begin.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please remain standing. Lord, thank you for bringing us all together this evening to do the city's business. We ask that you touch us all and assist us making the right decisions for our community. And I wish to God bless our men and women who are serving overseas for helping protect us. With that, we ask that in your name. Amen. Amen. All right. Roll call, please.
Councilmember Kelly? Present. Davis? Present. Candia?
Present.
Mayor Pro Tem Martino?
Present.
Mayor Cape?
Present. Declaration of conflicts of interest. Seeing none, we'll go to item 6, ceremonial matters. We're on record pace again. Item A, Proclamation Family Day. I don't think there's anybody here to receive this, but every once in a while we receive proclamations that city issues, so I won't bore you with all the reading of it. But given this day on September 22nd, 2009, it's hereby proclaimed to be Family Day, a day to eat dinner with your children and urge all citizens to recognize and participate in its observance. So with that, we have a proclamation. We'll go to item B under ceremonial matters. Badge pinning of Officer Noel Borden. Chief.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor and Council. It's a pleasure to be with you tonight. An exciting day for the Newman Police family. In addition, a late addition to your agenda, we're also going to introduce to you our newest community service officer, Jessica Tobin, as well, who's with us. As I said, it's a very exciting day for us. Anytime that we can add such quality people to the department that are clearly going to benefit the community, we're pleased to do that. First, I'd like to introduce you to Jessica Tobin, and in the front row here with her family. Thank you.
Welcome.
Welcome.
We are very, very grateful to bring Jessica into the Newman Police family. She's here tonight with her boyfriend Bobby and her mother Karen. Thank you both for coming as well. Happy to have you. Jessica brings with her an educational background in criminal justice as well as some experience. She has a bachelor's degree from California State University Stanislaus that she earned in 2005. So we're very happy and congratulations for that. It's been a few years, but still, it's just something to be proud of. Also was with the Turlock Police Department for 2 years in property and evidence, so she has some law enforcement background as well. Interesting, as we know, she's going to be heavily involved in our animal control program. Grown up around animals her whole life, and one of her passions is riding horses, and she grew up on a ranch. So certainly she brings some experience there as well. So in the last 2 years, she's been in the insurance industry, so we had to wrestle them and threaten them and all kinds of things to take her away from them. So, Jessica, welcome very much to the city of Newman, the Newman community, and most importantly, the Newman Police family. All right. And next is a familiar but maybe not so familiar face for you. You had the opportunity to meet Noel Borden in August of 2008 when we swore him in as a reserve officer. So it's always a pleasure when we can obviously hire from within and maybe someone who's a cousin of the family, maybe we can bring him into the full family now as a full-time employee, so we're happy to do that. Noel is here obviously tonight, and I think the rest of the room is all his family except probably Supervisor DeMartini and Dave Reed. He brought the whole Borden and his wife's family. Cassie is here with us, his wife. Jace, his 5-year-old son, somewhere. Wave, there he is. Dalen, 8 years old. Carissa, 16 years old. 16-year-old teenage girls don't want to say hi. Noel's parents, Terry and Dottie, in the back, seated with, and his in-law, also Terry, the quick hand there. Terry and Debbie are also with us, and his close friends, Scott and Shauna, and their 2 children, Gideon and Josiah. So thank you all for coming out on this very special day for Noel and also for the city of Newman. A little bit about Noel. As I said, he started in August of 2008 with us. He has been in some form of law enforcement capacity. There's a full-time officer or a reserve officer for approximately the last 12 years. He brings together a unique experience that he also has quite a bit of experience in the private sector, which for the particular position we were looking for is just a perfect fit, where he'll be working closely with our business community, where he's owned, managed, and worked for others in the private sector as well, so we're happy to have that. And he brings maturity and experience as well, and we're excited about that, and we just welcome him into the full-time family. So if he would please come forward, we'll swear him in, and I believe his father, Terry, is going to pin on his badge. And I'd like you to step up here, and I debated how to do this. If, in one respect, these folks up here represent the community that you're going to serve and that you are responsible for. So I thought perhaps you should face them. But I think I'm going to change that, because you answer more importantly to these people. And you wouldn't be here without their support. So keep in mind they're watching, though, from behind. Okay? All right. So if you'll just face your family there, please. And if you'll raise your right hand and repeat after me. I state your name, do solemnly swear.
I, Noel Borden, do solemnly swear
that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States
that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of California
and the Constitution of the State of California
against all enemies, foreign and domestic,
against all enemies, foreign and domestic,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance
that I will bear true faith and allegiance
to the Constitution of the United States
to the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of California,
and the Constitution of the State of California,
that I take this obligation freely
that I take this obligation freely
without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion,
without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion,
and that I will well and faithfully discharge the duties
and I will well and faithfully discharge the duties
upon which I'm about to enter.
upon which I'm about to enter.
Very good. Congratulations. You can make him repeat it too. Now he works for us, so he has to do what we say. So, everybody get a good picture? You don't get to do this again.
Get the group together. Get your whole family up there, Noel, so they can.
You good?
You're all right.
We can do some after too, if you like. All right, welcome. Congratulations. Thank you.
Welcome. Thank you.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Welcome aboard.
One final note, anticipation of a quick meeting tonight. We do have some goodies in the back.
Very quick.
So the families are gonna stick around, and so we'll have some time for you to meet them and welcome them to the city.
Give us about 15 minutes.
Thank you very much.
This is a quick one tonight.
Okay, thank you, Chief, very much. And again, welcome to both the new employees. It's glad to have you, good to have you aboard. Okay, we'll go to item 9, public hearings. There aren't any, so we'll go to item 10, regular business. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm going too fast. Let's back up to item 8, 7. Items from the public, non-agenda items. Anybody wish to address the council? See, I knew that. We'll go to item 8, consent calendar. Item A, waive all readings of ordinances and resolutions except by title. Item B, approval of warrants. Item C, approval of the minutes of September 8th, 2009 regular meeting. Council direction?
I'm sorry, go ahead.
I'll make a motion that we approve the consent calendar as is.
Don't fight, boys.
motion.
There's been a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you so much. Now we'll go to item 9, public hearings. There aren't any. Now we'll go to item 10, regular business. A is adopt resolution number 2009, next in number, a resolution establishing administrative fees related to Newman City Code traffic ordinances. Chief.
Thank you again, Mr. Mayor and Council. This is an item you probably are very thoroughly familiar with by now. You've heard about the last 2 council meetings, but this is the process we need to take. Now that the ordinance modifications to the traffic ordinances have been adopted, we now come back with a resolution to establish the fees for those violations. We have that before you, and essentially what we tried to do is stay as close to our other fees in the municipal code as possible, which generally most of them are in the $150 range for first offense, and then It escalates from there within a 12-month period. There are a few exceptions that were already actually defined in other areas, such as truck route. Truck-off truck route is defined already specifically in that section, and is a bit more steep. And the purpose there is obviously they potential to damage our roads and things like that. The only other probably variation we made was would commonly be referred to as jaywalking, although that's not necessarily how we would phrase it, but that's limited use of roadway, and that's where it talks about jaywalking, and just didn't feel that that it should be the same amount for running a red light for something like that, so we lowered that a little bit. Other than that, I'd be happy to answer any questions if you have them.
Any questions of the chief? Seeing no questions, council direction.
I make a motion that we adopt the resolution 2009 establishing administrative fees related to Newman City Code traffic ordinances.
Second.
A motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you. By the way, Chief, Sergeant Richardson represented you very well at the last meeting. Did a good job.
He did.
Good job.
Did a good job. He was very, what's that word?
Item B, adopt resolution number 2009, next to number, a resolution authorizing the submittal of Economic Development Bank loan application and approving the repayment schedule.
Thank you, Chairman and members of the Redevelopment Agency. Tonight before you, we're asking you to approve an Economic Development Bank application. This is a Stanislaus County Economic Development Bank that was sponsored and funded by Stanislaus County Board and themselves and the Board of Supervisors. As you know, we adopted in 1994 a downtown revitalization plan. We've been following that through the upgrade of our city streetscape program. In August of 2003, the council approved a master plan for the downtown Main Street Plaza project. Also in 2003, we developed an economic development strategy. Part of that strategy calls for the revitalization of our downtown and streetscape and the plaza projects. All these projects directly assist us in attracting people to our downtown area. So our current estimate on our project right now is $2.58 million. With that, we've been able to come up with about $1.7 million in grants and federal funding. Some of the additional money that was going to come from that $770,000 that we were going to use was redevelopment money. As you know, the state's stealing that money from us, and stealing is the correct word, because the courts ruled this last April that it's unconstitutional for the state to take redevelopment money away from us, and they're trying to do it again anyways. Our potential loss is $400,000. What we're going to do is, if you approve this resolution tonight, is submit to the Economic Development Bank a loan application for $400,000 to replace that redevelopment money. Under that, we would propose a repayment schedule of 5 payments of $80,000 a year for the next 5 years. And then that would help us keep our project moving forward at this particular point in time. So with that, I can answer any questions that you may have regarding this loan application and or the project itself.
Any questions of Michael? Seeing no questions, council direction. Somebody?
I so move for approval of Development Agency Economic Development Plan application.
Second.
A motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you so much. Thank you, Michael, and hopefully that will sail through. Item 11, items from District 5 Stanislaus County Supervisor Jim D. Martini. Welcome, Jim.
Good evening, Mayor Caton, council members. I will be brief tonight because I know you. Nobody came here to listen to me. I just wanted to mention just a couple of things. It's the Biggest Loser contest of our healthcare task force. We had the final way out on September 12th in Patterson. Gustine was the winner in that, although Newman was pretty close to that, and Patterson was very distant third. I think the total weight loss between everybody was more than 450 pounds, so everybody did take that to heart. I've been looking at the cookies out there ever since I came in, since I haven't eaten one in 2 months.
Their diet, I'm sure.
I'm still trying to go down some more. So, but this was a nice thing to do, but the cooperation between the cities of Newman, Patterson, and Gustine to bring better healthcare into this district is what's really commendable. And we've never had a team effort like this. We are now ready to go into the schools. I've talked to Keith Boggs. We're going to do essay contests on healthier lifestyles, and then the younger kids in the junior high or and below will be doing some drawings where we'll be making a calendar for it. Our goal is to improve healthcare any way we can in this area, whether it's telemedicine, to bring in specialists, or to increase facilities of any type through grant money or anything that we can do, and a personal responsibility of each of us to live a healthier lifestyle, to watch our weight, quit smoking, drink more moderately, and get some exercise and these kind of things that will keep you out of the doctor's offices, which is a fairly scarce commodity on the west side. So I will be presenting the plaque to Gustine on October 6th at their city council meeting. We've had it engraved. Perhaps next year Newman can win it. It's
So Ted's slick move of delivering ice cream cake didn't work, huh?
Those jerks didn't eat it. For those people that don't know what we did, we had this contest, and I took Baskin Robbins ice cream cakes. I knew they could go with pizza, but ice cream cakes, and they still didn't eat them, which it's still in their freezer.
Well, I was
now.
there at the city council meeting in Patterson, and they did eat
Disappointment.
them there.
Yeah, you ate that. Yeah,
That's why they lost.
yeah, that's why they lost. They lost 4 pounds, I think.
I was there, and I didn't eat any, but they actually
They did
temporarily adjourned their meeting and ate it.
I know. But not Gustine, the jerks.
No, Gustine, they took a pretty hard line, but the work of the task force is ongoing, and we have multifaceted things that we're doing, and great cooperation between the medical facility providers in this area, healthcare districts, cities, and county, and we've come a long ways from just nothing, and with directory in grants and telemedicine and things that we're doing now, and as long as we stick together as a group, we will be able to accomplish more things every year. So anyway, this was a great start, and it'll be ongoing. So I'll be presenting that plaque to Gustine October 6th. The next healthcare task force meeting will be October 22nd in Gustine. As you know, we rotate, Gustine, then the next one will be Patterson and Newman. So we have equal participation between the three cities to improve healthcare for the west side. And the only other topic I have, just real briefly, is the Oristema Creek Flood Control Project. This is an ongoing, more than 10-year project now that $3 million has been spent on this already. We did have a meeting last week. Mayor Caton was there along with the Corps of Engineers and the county and Public Works. We are getting close now to a final project. In fact, we're extremely close. We're just getting the numbers now and the feasibility numbers, and we will be going out to the public to explain what we're doing reasonably soon. Reasonably soon in government is hard to say just what that'll be, but
It's only been 16 years.
a few months. I just want to leave you with this thought that this project is expensive, and it will take a flood control district and a bond in order to get the thing going. I believe we can come up with enough money for between 65 and 75% of the cost of the project between the state and the federal government. The state's the one that's a little bit more iffy, but the federal government, I believe, will put up 65% of the money. The cost-benefit analysis of this project is good. It's a good number, but we need some local money to help. And so if the project is good and there's public support, it will take a ballot initiative at some point to float a bond and then come up with the money in order to build this project. On the bright side of that, though, those people that are in Newman who have to buy flood insurance that are required by the banks will not have to do so after this flood project is done, because it'll keep the floods out of Newman, and so it might be a wash for it. But it's a permanent solution to the flooding in Newman. So we are moving forward after being stalled for months and months. I feel pretty good that all the engineering work will be done and the analysis will be complete, and we'll be able to explain the project and how it works and what it will cost to the public in a fairly short order.
Great. Thanks, Jim. Okay, items from City Manager.
Thank you, Mayor. Just to inform you, our wastewater treatment plant basin project, treated effluent basin project is nearing completion. We're probably around 95%. So as we complete that project, we have 2 new projects that are starting up: the Fresno Street Sidewalk Infill project, and there's also some storm drainage that goes along with that, and that's from, I believe that's from R to T in that area on Fresno. And then we have Howard B. Hill Park. You've seen a lot of there. There's some grade breaks and some problems with the grading, but I think we got those all ironed out. So you'll see that, and then you'll also see an add-on. We're going to do a supplemental bid package to add more projects to Phase 1 of Howard B. Hill Park, since some of the grant funding actually came in since we awarded that bid. So there's additional funds that are going to be out there for us. So. Today, the Public Works position for Maintenance Worker 1-2 closed, and we received over 60 applications. We will be conducting interviews on Tuesday, September 29th. Excuse me. Just to let the community know, October 12th is Columbus Day. Our city offices will be closed. There's a blood drive, the fire department blood drive on Wednesday, tomorrow, the 23rd, from 2:30 to 7. This won't be before that. Newman Crow's Landing Fire Auxiliary is hosting a drive-through takeout tri-tip barbecue dinner Saturday, October 3rd, 3 to 7. See a volunteer fireman or an auxiliary member if you want to buy tickets for that. Caltrans will be performing some work on our highway district in the month of October. We've posted a notice on our website. As we get more and more detail, we'll continue to keep the community and the council updated on that and start dialing in those dates on that. And then lastly, last week, and it was in the newspaper, we had a big, our police department did an excellent job of finding and arresting a shooting suspect on an event that occurred during the Fall Festival weekend. I just wanted to let the council know that, over the last several years, a lot of things have been going on in the police department. I know it's always been the goal of the council to have a first-class police department, and you should be proud that you do have a first-class police department. Everything they've done, every major crime that we've had in the last couple of years have been solved by our police officers. We haven't had to call in the county sheriff. We haven't had to call in any outside experts or anything. Our police officers take that case from the incident that occurs, and they solve those. And so we've solved every major crime, like I said, in the last couple of years. So that's a tremendous thing for a limited police department that we have in terms of numbers, 12, and now we have Officer Borden coming in as well. So you should be proud of the police department and those people that are out there serving us and protecting us on a daily basis, and they're doing an excellent job. So I just wanted to tell them thank you and let you know and let the community know that they really are doing a great job. So with that's all that I had tonight.
Great. And I'd just like to echo that. And in fact, I had some of my notes, Chief, that I was going to comment that you and your staff have done a great job, and they should be commended for solving the shooting and the arson and a couple other things going on in town. It's been great work on their part. So please do let them know that I know for the rest of my colleagues, we as a council truly appreciate the hard work.
Thank you. I'll pass it on.
Okay, staff. Stephanie? Did I see Sonia back there? Oh, Chief, jump up. Okay.
I'm close. Just very quickly, I know we've said them several times before, but in case someone's just catching us tonight, the Boy Scouts of America, the project we have in partnership with them is this Saturday for recruitment and just an opportunity to meet the community, et cetera. There'll be a lot of law enforcement activities. The fire department, their trucks will be there. Boy Scout activities, climbing wall, how to tie knots, tents, how to put tents up, all sorts of things. That'll be at Sherman Park, 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. this Saturday. So if you're out and about, please stop by, say hi to the kids. And October 10th, Animal Control Clinic, the low-cost vaccination clinic, spay and neuter clinic, Pioneer Park. October 10th, 9 to 1 p.m. And lastly is a new program you haven't heard about other than Councilmember Candia. Thanks to him for bringing this opportunity to the city, but we'll be kicking this off October 1st. We've, in partnership with Newman City Tow, no charge to our city residents, that we will remove vehicles that are inoperable, someone just doesn't know what to do with, wants to get rid of, it's been sitting in front of their house for 3 years, whatever it may be. Newman City Tow graciously has agreed to perform that service for us free of charge and dispose of the vehicle as well. So we have some new forms that when we tag those vehicles, notifying the owner they need to move it in 2 days, we'll adding these with the tag as well, letting them know this is an option. We'll take care of it for you for free, or we'll come and tow it and charge you if you ignore us. So it's a pretty good deal. The government doesn't offer that service. So that's all I have, unless you have any questions.
Any questions of the chief? Thank you. Dick,
Mayor.
you authored that? You got that going?
With the help of a neighbor.
Good job. Thank you. Thank you.
Mayor, I had one more item for you. I believe you found it in your package, but we had a letter from a teacher at the high school,
I
Ms.
was going to
Caton.
address that, so go ahead.
Yeah, Ms. Caton. So with your concurrence, they would like to, on home football days, they have these flags that are purple and gold. And like what we do on our holidays when we hang the American flag, they would like to hang the purple and gold flags up and line Main Street. They will pick them up and they will put them up and they will take them down on that day. I believe Yancey's actually going to donate the poles for them. So I think it's one of those things that'll help community pride.
Absolutely.
I know Councilmember Kelly talks a lot about back when he was growing up and how the communities really get behind their high schools and show that pride, and the things that we did for our softball program. Here's another example. So with that, we're going to go ahead and let Ms. Caton know if you don't have any
Everybody
objections.
concur?
Oh, excellent.
Great.
I think
Excellent.
it's a
So
great
that's
idea.
something that you're going to be seeing this year. So
Good. Thank you.
thank you.
Cross it off.
They won last Friday, by the way.
Yes.
Yeah. Sonia, I see you sticking back there. Anything? Okay. Thank you. Okay, council members. We'll start with you, Councilman Kelly.
I was just wondering if you can get in trouble if you sort of tell them about a car that you want towed and might not be nothing. I have a neighbor I'd love to have
Maybe
his
you'd like
car
to take
towed,
that up
but I
after the
can't do
meeting?
that. We'll talk offline on
Yeah.
that.
Might be wise.
I know.
Is that all?
Congratulations to all the teams in the Biggest Loser contest. People have actually done, and there's somebody on this panel that has really done an excellent job, and they all have, to be honest. There's 3 of them actually that have, and but just a wonderful thing. The ceremony on Saturday down there in Patterson was excellent. It was a lot of fun, and we played. Did some things like putting feet on scales when they were being weighed, and they did catch us, but it was all right. But a lot of fun, and I'm hoping that some of the people really got a new lifestyle out of this whole thing, and that's really what the whole thing's about. And I know that some have, so it's really excellent. I also want to thank Gardner, who's not here tonight, but his organization, because they fixed the walkway in front of my house, and I mean, people were walking by there with their lawyers, tripping, and then coming up to my door, knocking on my
tree
door.
still alive?
My tree is doing wonderful.
Great.
I'm telling you,
I
that
didn't know
thing
about
is that thing. Those painted leaves are doing wonderful. But no, that's all. This it was wonderful, and again, congratulations to the police. Excellent job. Excellent. Thank you.
Thanks, Ted.
Thank you, Mayor.
Councilmember Davis.
I don't have anything tonight.
Councilmember Candia.
Nothing tonight.
Councilmember Martino.
I have nothing tonight, Mayor.
Wow.
Who can follow Kelly?
It's tough.
I'm thinking of cooking.
It's tough. Okay. I'll cross off a couple items. Again, yeah, congratulations, Chief. As I said, I was going to address that, so job well done. And I'll just touch again on Supervisor DeMartini. We had the stakeholders meeting, and you're right. I think we've come a little bit closer, and we had Congressman Cardozo's right-hand person on on the phone. She wasn't able to get here in time. But I think we've hammered out some more of the details, and we're getting closer. And we have and that was with the stakeholders. We're meeting again Monday, October 5th, with some of the primary stakeholders, i.e. the farmers in the area who are a very, very important part of this. We have to get them on board because it affects them as well. So we'll be meeting with Matt Machado and a couple other people from the county on Monday the 5th at 9 o'clock here in the chambers, right? Okay, so we're getting a little bit closer. We only waited for 17 years, so we're going to get there. And I expect now that maybe Congressman Cardoza might have some opposition next election, maybe he'll work a little bit harder for us. So we'll see, but we're going to get it done, and I know it was a vision of former Mayor Silvera to get that done, and it's my hope that I'll still be here when we get that project started and completed. So I plan on it. Okay, with that, we'll adjourn. Any opposition? No. We're adjourned.